Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Welcome to my channel number 2. Today we are taking a deep dive into the brand new plugin released by Waves Audio. This plugin is meant to be used for resonance suppression and frequency unmasking, right? And in today's video I want to walk you through some of the features and controls. Check out also and test this plugin across different instruments that are clashing between each other, and also check out the CPU performance of this plugin and a bit more. As usual, you will find the applicable link in the video description, and first comment there's an introductory price and also a free trial of this new plugin by Waves Audio. Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website amnerhunter.com, where you can grab some free stuff such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players and bedroom producers. Also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs as well. Don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating very regularly with tons of content like this. This channel is more for premium plugins. I have a main channel, Amner Hunter, which I update almost daily with tons of free resources for music production and home studio recording, mixing, and mastering stuff, right? So if you are here in the live stream, please let me know. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions and engage in conversations with you guys. So let's get right to it. So let's read a bit of the overview of what this plugin does, its functions, and the purpose. So here at Waves Audio, it says perfect balance, zero resonance, your mix unmasked. There are several examples here with on and off and delta. So let's read a bit here. Curves Equator is a smarter resonance suppression plugin. It immediately improves any full mix, vocal, instrument, or sample by removing problematic frequencies, fixing resonances, and balancing inconsistencies. It's like a Soothe, but I believe smarter than Soothe, because some plugins have a set and forget type of approach. This plugin is changing and it's evolving depending on the incoming signal due to the learn functionality up here that we're going to check out, of course. This plugin could be like an alternative to Soothe, an alternative to the Smooth Operator by Baby Audio as well. Also the Golfos EQ could be as well. And what else? Mastering the Mix also has a resonance suppressor. It's called Reso actually, and also Sonable has a plugin, but it's for unmasking frequencies only. This plugin though works not only to tame and unmask frequencies between two instruments, clashing frequencies, not only between two instruments, also on one instrument you can put it and it will apply resonance suppression and also frequency balancing in real time. So additionally, it can learn your content and safeguard your work with a personalized suppression curve to avoid over-processing. It offers groundbreaking frequency unmasking by learning the sidechain of a clashing source and dynamically applying the inverse curve on the part you are mixing. Equator is the first in our new curves spectral series of plugins, which pioneers the evolution of EQ. 2 more curves plugins will be available in early 2025. Welcome to your first self-driving EQs. Immediately fix resonance mod, harshness, imbalance, and tonal inconsistency in any source. Safeguard to ensure you don't overprocess. Learn feature provides a personalized suppression curve. Rider feature allows attenuation only when audio from the sidechain comes in. Shape and tilt adjust the target suppression curve for tonal control. Pull the blanket off your mix and hear it open beautifully. Linear phase filters, transparent sound, no artifacts. Learn via sidechain offers perfect frequency, unmasking and carving. Dynamic auto makeup gain matches the input RMS. No loss of energy. Additional control with 3 adjustable crossovers and 2x8 nodes. So what else we have here? Personalized resonance suppression. Fix the bad stuff. Most sources have some issues just because they are being masked by your room, your speakers, or other instruments. It doesn't mean they are not there. Safeguard the good stuff with the learn functionality, right? Most other solutions offer or are one size fits all. They process your sound via a generic average curve, often harming the unique sound you created. Everything in its right place. Learning via sidechain can create some truly magical results in your mix where sources will no longer clash in the same frequencies. Choose your flavor of balanced, pink, warm, and flat. Some problems are objective and we fix all of those, but some ups are subjective and not everyone has the same idea of balanced. Same energy, better sound. It has a limiter, auto makeup gain, advanced controls as well. Some extra features under the hood, and of course multi-band, right? So now let's go to my DAW. Let me show you the plugin and also show you the plugin in action, of course, right? So this is the Curves Equator. I am using actually the demo version. I am testing it before buying it to see if it's worth the purchase, right? And so this is the main user interface, right? The advanced controls are hidden when you open up the plugin. So I'm gonna play some audio silenced, just so that you can see, right, what's going on here. So you're gonna see this is the input signal, right? The frequency range of the input signal, and the main control is here in the center. So right now I am working in sidechain mode, or yeah, let me see here. So no, it's the sidechain is off. So right now I have this bass, for instance, and this is the main control that you start to reduce, right? And you start to see the gain reduction here, all of this resonance suppression when you're using it in one instrument. When you're using via sidechain, here you're gonna see the gain reduction of frequencies clashing between these two instruments. So this is the one, the main control that you start to lower to start reducing the resonances and frequency unmasking, right? It has also a shape. It's like a tilt as well. You have a tilt here if you want to put it more focused on the bass, on the low end or on the high end, right? If you click Alt on your computer and right click, or no, it's not right click, it's left click, normal click, it resets the parameter, right? It has also a delta functionality to hear this, to hear what's reducing, to hear what's suppressing, right? And here are the three curves, pink. Let's put them here in action. So if you change the shape here, and let's change warm, flat, it's just like that. Pink, it's like this, and warm is like that. Okay, so that's what's happening there. And we have some advanced controls, right? We have the 4 bands. We can move the crossover frequencies here. And also, this is the band's reduction amount. So you can also control what's going on each band with this. It's like a threshold for each one of the bands. And you have attack, release, precision. And the cool thing is that also I love about some plugins is that when you have a question about any parameter or something, you click on any one of the different features and controls, and it lets you know it has a description, right? For instance, this precision controls accuracy and selectivity, high results in sharp detail adjustments. It has also the tilt frequency, the anchor frequency. For instance, in this case, it's 1000 Hertz. So if I do this, 1000 is the center frequency, right? We can change the center frequency or anchor frequency. All right. I'm gonna reset it. It has a curve smooth. Let's, for instance, change this one. Curve smooth. After it, okay, it's only after learning. All right, so it's only applied after learning. We're going to apply it in a moment. Softens processing and may maximize or minimize, harsh or abrupt changes. Okay, that's what curve smooth does. Balance left and right. The limiter is very cool to have it always on, and auto makeup also always on. So for instance, let's do a quick reset here. By the way, it has some presets, right? Factory presets for different things. The ESR, the harsher, demod on the master. So for instance, if I have a sidechain, for instance, in this case, I'm gonna show you the sounds in a moment. I have a bass and bass synthesizer, right? You click here, sidechain, and now it says SC here on learn. So we learn here, and it's learning, and we can apply. Equator is calibrated. We click apply, right? And it will give you the learning of that calibration, letting you know what's clashing between these two instruments. Let me reset it one more time. Also, you can click here auto apply, and it will apply the processing automatically, right? It says the progress bar goes up, okay, and it will give you a custom curve, and then you can use this to suppress some resonances, and in that way you can like have I think a bit more accurate, because if it's flat, if it's completely flat, you might reduce some things that you don't want to reduce, or but in this case with a custom curve, I think yeah, like it says, you can avoid some over processing, right? So let me go again to full reset. So I have, let me show you now some sounds, right? I have a bass guitar and bass synth here. Okay, so I have the curves equator on the bass guitar, and it will reduce some clashing frequencies via sidechain. I have the synthesizer via sidechain, this one. Okay, so I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna turn on the sidechain, and I'm going to ask the plugin to learn these two frequency ranges between the two of them. So it's learning. I'm gonna click apply when it says calibrated. Okay, so they are clashing mostly in the low end, right? That's why I have this curve. So let's see what we have here. Okay, now the plugin is reducing this part, this portion. I'm gonna unmute it. So it's reducing a bit the low end on the synthesizer against the bass guitar. And the cool thing is that we have some notes if we want to reduce some other parts. We have low shelf, high shelf, and bell curve. this probably we don't need it. So it's on the low end mainly, mostly. We can do this with the tilt. Fast attack, fast release. Let me turn it off. Okay, it's a smooth, it's subtle. Okay, but let me go back here. Let me reset it, and I am going to use the flat EQ curve here. So I'm gonna learn the sidechain. Okay, so it's now via sidechain. Here we can listen only the sidechain, right? The rider, when on, reduction amount is dynamically adjusted based on the sidechain. Okay, let's turn it on. If I reduce this maximum, so in this case is the bass guitar is being reduced by the synthesizer. The bass guitar is tamed against the synth, right? Before. Alright, so this is the result in a full mix. Let's learn the sidechain again. Let's have a custom curve. Okay. Why? Okay, it's subtle, I think, in this case. Let's go with another example, shall we? I have a vocal track against all of the other instruments, all of the instrumental. Bass, guitar, drums. So let's use it here. So I'm gonna click sidechain. It's gonna learn. Let me click here. I'm gonna click apply. Turn it on. Learning, please wait. Okay, calibrated.
Los soles no dan razón, como con todo ese calor. Fríos se quedan si compara.
Is being reduced to those parts of the instruments.
Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues juntas en constelación.
Let me overdo it here.
Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues juntas en constelación.
It's reducing the instrumental, right?
Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues juntas.
Yeah, this custom EQ curve with the learning option, I think gives us a bit more accurate the reduction of the and suppression of resonances and unmasking.
Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues juntas en constelación, pueden igualar todo ese brillo. Los soles no dan razón, como con todo ese calor, fríos se quedan si comparan. Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues ni juntas en constelación, pueden igualar todo ese brillo.
The more reduction of the instruments against the vocals, right?
Celosas las
That's why we hear it
estrellas
more
hoy, pues juntas en constelación.
in the delta mode.
Celosas las estrellas hoy, pues
Yeah, sometimes we need subtle movements.
celosas las estrellas hoy, pues juntas en constelación pueden igualar todo ese brillo. Los soles no dan razón.
Mostly on the mid-range and lower mids. Alright, and let's go and check out this plugin now on individual tracks, not on clashing frequencies between two instruments. I have a distorted guitar sound here. Okay, some guitars, distorted guitars. Let's apply this flat curve. Let's reduce it. It's reducing some resonances in the low end here. Before, a bit darker. We can apply, of course, our own type of movements. If we reduce this, we reduce resonances. It's not like we are reducing the frequencies here. We are reducing resonances in that part, right? It's not like an EQ. This is not an EQ. Just let the plugin knows attack more this area, right? Pretty much like the smooth how it's called by Baby Audio, the smooth operator. Before, okay, now it's not a so subtle difference. Before, after. Reducing some lows. And if we click on learn, let's check this one. Learning, please wait. Apply. We have a custom curve. Okay. Let's hear it in context.
Try to find what to believe in. In the end, I still feel like I'm broken again. This feeling so frustrated. In the end, I still feel like I'm broken again. This time it hurts.
Okay, yeah, I think it sounds better in the mix.
Try to find.
It was darker, a bit less clear.
Try to find what to believe in the end.
By applying some resonance suppression across the frequency spectrum here, it sort of showed the best part of the guitar, I think. Before. Alright, sounds cool, I think. And let's go with the last example. I have some drums here. Let's do this with a flat curve. So it's acting across all of the frequency spectrum. Okay, so this is what's reducing. This is the plugin in action, the delta. Shape. Okay, the tilt towards the high frequencies. This is high frequencies. These are low frequencies. Okay. Before. Yeah, it's reducing some here in the high mids, the cymbals. We can focus only on, for instance, if we set to multi-band like that, we can change the threshold, right? We can like adjust it to be more prominent here, and we can ignore the low end like this, right? This is the threshold, so that we don't touch the input signal here. Or it's touching it, but not so much. Let's move it all the way up. So we are only focusing on high mids and highs. Right? Let's hear it. Yeah, only this portion of the frequency range. Some resonances on the cymbals. Before. Nice. Precision. More microscopic, I think, the dynamic changes here. Before, after. Okay, so let's check out the... I'm gonna turn on the plugin to check out the performance, the CPU performance of this plugin, right? So I have it for the moment on this bass DI track. Let's see here, where I have the bass. Here it is, right? 3%, 2.93, 2.88, and it's on, right? If I turn it off, here it goes to almost to 0. But this is normal. But when I have it on, it's like goes to 2.95, 2.90. Yeah, it's a lightweight plugin, definitely on the CPU. I didn't find any problems, any glitches or something like that. It's pretty stable, and you can have multiple instances on different buses and stuff like that. And I think it's not gonna cause issues. And yeah, it's not a very heavy CPU. One thing that it would be cool to know is the latency against a live performance or something during a recording in real time. That would be cool also to know, right? But it's a pretty lightweight plugin, I believe. So now, let's see, I have here, this is the price of the plugin, right? $39.99, 50% off, 49% off in this Curves Equator. I think it's definitely competing with some other brands. It's definitely much cheaper than Sooth and Golfos, which are very expensive, but it's definitely competing with the Smooth Operator by Baby Audio, also the Sonable one against us unmasking, but the Sonable doesn't work in one single instrument. This plugin, yeah, I think this plugin is better than those a bit because it does two jobs, not only one. For instance, the Smooth Operator, sorry, by Baby Audio only works between two instruments, I believe, and the Sonable only works also for clashing frequencies between two instruments. Or no, I'm sorry, the Smooth Operator, it's not only for two instruments, it also works on single instruments to avoid resonance suppression, to avoid resonances, and yeah, adding clarity and stuff like that. So yeah, this plugin also works on two instruments for unmasking and also on one instrument for resonance suppression. And yeah, I think it's a great tool, competing with Reso also for mastering the mix, which I think it's like $10 or $20 more expensive. But yeah, let me know what you think of this plugin. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions. And I see some Sound Healer, Mr. Sound Healer. Thanks a lot for being here in this, the second channel, my friend. I appreciate it. Alright, so before we leave, my friends, let me invite you to my website, amnorhunted.com. I have some free stuff for you, some free PDF guides and ebooks. And also some free tools, some guitar impulses, some drum sample packs, and don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye.